Good evening, Jennifer. As you know, this evening we're going to go ahead and go over the results of the assessments that we had completed. As you know, you had come to the counseling center because you were having some depression. So we went ahead and did the Beck Depression Inventory, the Beck Hopelessness Scale, the Beck Scale for Suicide Ideation, and the Beck Anxiety Inventory. The Beck Depression Inventory is designed to assess the severity of depression. The Beck Hopelessness Scale examines your thoughts and beliefs about the future, loss of motivation, and any expectations you may have, and it can also help to assess for depression, suicidal intent, and ideation. Now, the Beck Scale for Suicide Ideation identifies the presence and severity of suicidal ideations. It can also assess if you have a plan to commit suicide, any deterrence to suicide, and the level of openness to revealing any suicidal thoughts you may have. The Beck Anxiety Inventory assesses the anxiety severity. And so with that, the results of your assessments are as indicated. The Beck Depression Inventory, you scored a 32, which indicates severe depression. You had answered, I feel guilty all of the time. I would kill myself if I had the chance. I am so restless or agitated, I have to keep moving or doing something. I am sad all the time. As I look back on my life, I see a lot of failures. I get very little pleasure from the things I used to enjoy. I expect to be punished. I am disappointed in myself. I criticize myself for all of my faults. I cry over every little thing. I have lost most of my interest in other people or things. It's hard to keep my mind on anything for very long. I feel more discouraged about my future than I used to be. I find it more difficult to make decisions than usual. I don't consider myself as worthwhile or useful as I used to. I am more irritable than usual. I get more tired or fatigued more easily than usual. I have as much energy as ever. I have not experienced any change in my sleeping pattern. I have not experienced any change in my appetite, and I have not noticed any recent change in my interest in sex. Now, you had indicated that you would kill yourself if you had the chance. However, that contradicts what you had indicated on the Beck suicidal ideation. You had indicated, let me just look down here for a moment, that you have a moderate to strong wish to live, a weak wish to die. Your reasons for living and dying are about equal, that you have no desire to kill yourself, and you would try to save your life if you found yourself in a life-threatening situation. So I just wanted to clarify, because, okay, so you, on the Beck Depression Inventory, you did not mean to select the I would kill myself if I had the chance. Okay, so that will go ahead and we'll make those changes, and that will actually change the scoring a little bit. Okay. Now, under the Beck Hopelessness Scale, you scored a 13, which is the moderate range, and you did answer true to the following pessimistic statements. I can't imagine what my life would be like in 10 years. My future seems dark to me. I just can't get the breaks, and there's no reason I will in the future. All I can see ahead of me is unpleasantness rather than pleasantness. Things just don't work out the way I want them to. I never get what I want, so it's foolish to want anything. And you answered false to the following optimistic statements. When things are going badly, I am helped by knowing that they cannot stay that way forever. I have enough time to accomplish the things I want to do. In the future, I expect to succeed in what concerns me most. I happen to be particularly lucky, and I expect to get more of the good things in life than the average person. When I look ahead to the future, I expect that I will be happier than I am now. I have great faith in the future, and I can look forward to more good times than bad times. On the Beck Anxiety Inventory, you scored an 18, which is a moderate level of anxiety. The following panic-related symptoms of anxiety are what you had scored moderate in: unable to relax, and fear of losing control, and difficulty breathing. Under the mild, you clicked off heart pounding or racing, feelings of choking, fear of dying, and scared. You reported the following somatic symptoms of anxiety on the Beck Anxiety Inventory: feeling hot, dizzy or lightheaded, hands trembling, shaking, indigestion or discomfort in the abdomen, and feeling faint. So based on the assessments that we completed, it seems that you have a severe depression, some hope for the future, not much suicidal ideations, and some anxiety. So what we will do is we will go ahead and work on some coping skills for the anxiety and depression, as well as refer you to the clinic psychiatrist to discuss possible psychotropic medications for the depression and or anxiety, as those may be helpful for you. And as far as the suicide ideation, we will go ahead and monitor your suicide ideation and check back with you in a week to determine if your score has increased or if you're about the same. And do you have any questions about the assessments that we've completed tonight or the results of your scores? Okay, well, I thank you very much for coming in this evening, and I will see you back next week. Have a good night. Bye-bye.